Hi everybody, how are you doing today? This week I have a lesson that's ready to go, and we're going to talk a little bit about being prepared for a task. In our daily lives, we are given many tasks to complete. We are given a variety of tasks, maybe in our work life, in our home life, tasks that we need to get completed during our free time, during personal time, or personal tasks that we want to have finished or completed. When we're working on these tasks and given these things to do, we have to make sure that we are prepared for them. So we have to kind of think of how we do that and ask ourselves if we are really prepared for them. When we think about being prepared for a task or making sure that we are ready to complete that task, we have to think about a couple of things. Planning versus being prepared. We can plan for something. Today is Tuesday. I can plan that on Wednesday I am going to get my grocery shopping done. I am going to come to work. I am going to, while I'm at work, I can have a list of things that I need to get completed. I can work on new lessons. I can work on my next week's video. I can work on getting my invitation sent out for meetings. There's a list of things that we can always make. So I'm getting prepared for the next day. I'm planning ahead. So now I have a plan of what I want to accomplish. But the question is, am I prepared? Am I prepared for the task that I have? So a plan, when you have a plan of what you want to do, it's what you have to get done. You can create a plan of knowing what you want to do, what you're expected to get done, and what you want to accomplish. But the prepared part is, if you're prepared for that task, what do you really need? What are you really ready? Ask yourself, are you ready to do that? For example, if tomorrow is Wednesday, and every Wednesday afternoon I vacuum my home. So I make a plan that on Wednesday afternoons, when I get home from work, I vacuum my living room and my bedrooms. Okay, I've made a plan. I know what my task is going to be when I get home from work. But am I prepared? Do I have everything that I need to complete that task? So I need to make sure I have myself and a certain time of day. And what do I need to make sure that I can vacuum? Well, I better make sure that my living room floor and my bedroom floors are picked up. I don't want to have any big items on the floor. I don't want to have anything that can get sucked up into my vacuum to either get lost or maybe possibly break my vacuum. And most importantly, I need to be prepared, and I need to have a vacuum cleaner. Now, once I know that I have those things, I'm prepared. I made a plan, and I'm prepared. So does that kind of help you to see the difference between planning ahead and then having yourself be prepared? Asking yourself, do you really have everything that you need? Are you ready to complete that task? So today we're going to talk about a few things that we might need to be prepared for something. We'll talk a little bit about that. I'm going to give you a few different things to kind of talk about and discuss, different scenarios of people that are in a job situation or in a situation, and so you can decide if they are prepared or what will they need to be prepared for the task that they have to do. And then I have a couple discussion questions and an extension thing I kind of like you to talk about as well too. So if we want to know if we're really prepared to complete a task, there's a couple of things that we could do. If I know that tomorrow I have some tasks that I want to get completed, that I have to accomplish, maybe tonight I can get ready for those. I've made a plan. I know what I want to do. Now, the night before, I can make sure that all that stuff is ready to go. So if on Wednesdays I do vacuuming, or if on Wednesdays I make sure that I, as a household chore, maybe on Wednesdays I do vacuuming, and on Wednesdays I get my laundry ready. So then, as far as like my home, that is got my chores completed. Maybe tomorrow on Wednesday, I have to get some stuff done at work. So then that means today, before I go home, I can get those things ready. Get all of the materials that I need, all of the things that I need, so that when I come to work tomorrow, I can go ahead and complete that task. If I'm going to go home and do laundry, if I'm going to go home and do vacuuming, I'm going to make sure that tonight I have all of those things ready. I'll have my vacuum ready. I'll have my clothes all ready to go. I'll have laundry soap. I'll have softener, dryer sheets. If I use coins and money to use at my laundromat, then I will make sure that I have those as well too. The different things that I need to make sure I can complete that task. So anything that's in advance, anything that's the night before, maybe the day before, maybe a couple of days before. If you're planning a trip, you would want to make sure that you have everything ready. If you're going to complete that task, what do you need to be fully prepared? In the morning, what's one thing that you do when you get up in the morning? You always get up and you get dressed. So the night before, I know that my task when I get up in the morning is I have to put clothes on, I have to put weather appropriate clothes on, and then I'm ready for my day. So the night before or in advance, I could check the weather, see what the weather is going to be like tomorrow. South Dakota, you never really know. And then I could also lay my clothes out. So if I know what I'm doing the next day, am I going to work? Am I going to the gym? Am I staying home? Am I going grocery shopping? What am I doing the next day? What is the weather going to be like? Now I can prepare. Well, it's South Dakota. It's still a little chilly out, but I heard it's going to be pretty nice. So maybe tomorrow I'll wear tennis shoes, a pair of socks, a pair of jeans, and maybe a lighter long sleeve shirt. Now I can lay out those clothes so I have them ready to go for me in the morning. Now when I get up in the morning tomorrow morning, I'm not running around trying to make sure I can find what I want to wear. Can't find a pair of clean socks. Want to make sure that I have the right kind of clothes on. Go outside. Is it cold? Ooh, it's pretty cold, but yet at 6:30 in the morning or 7 o'clock in the morning, the temperature is a lot different than what it will be at 10 o'clock or 1 o'clock or 4 o'clock. So by looking all of that stuff up, being ready, being prepared the night before, I can go ahead and get those things ready. So those are some things you can do at home. What are some things that you could do at a job? So let's think about a job. If you were to think about a baker, somebody that works in a bakery, they have to go and they have to bake a dozen muffins. What are you going to have to make sure that you all need to be prepared to bake a dozen muffins? I want you to pause the video here, think about what you would all need, and then we'll talk about that in a minute. So go ahead and pause and then join me when you're ready. Now that you've had a little bit of time to think about what you would need, what would a baker need? A baker is going to make a dozen muffins. So if they're going to be prepared, how can they prepare? So, well, let's think about that. The baker should get all the ingredients that he needs for the muffin, right? So if he's going to make blueberry muffins, banana muffins, apple, cinnamon nut muffins, chocolate chip muffins, whatever he would need, whatever the ingredients say on that recipe, he would need to make sure he has all those ingredients. He's going to bake them in the kitchen, so what would he need? A kitchen, an oven, muffin pans. He would probably need a bowl to mix the ingredients in, a spoon or a mixer, whatever he would need to mix all of those ingredients together. If he's going to make muffins, is he going to decorate them? Is he going to just keep them right there in the little muffin tins? He's going to have those tins. If he's going to add any toppings or frostings or anything like that, he's going to have to make sure he has all of those too. Then he's going to have to think about, well, I got to get him in the oven and out. Does he have a pot holder or anything to keep his hands safe? Does he have a cooling rack? And does he have a tray to be able to put the muffins on when he is ready? So there's so many things that you have to think about that you would need to be prepared. Another job I want you to kind of think about is a farmer. We have so many farming people around this area. We live in a farming community, and each and every one of us knows a farmer in some way, shape, or form. So, if we know of a farmer friend and he needs to go out and he needs to feed his cattle, what is he going to do to make sure that he is prepared? Okay? Well, he should probably plan a little bit in advance, plan ahead of time. He's going to have to make sure he knows how many cows he has. If he's got 10 cows, he'll have to know how much feed he'll need. If he has 45 cows, he's got to know how much feed he's going to need. So he better make sure he knows the amount of cattle that he is feeding. Then he's going to have to measure out the right amount of food. Does he have the food? Does he have what he needs to measure the food? And what is he going to put the food in? Probably in a cattle trough. So do they already have troughs? Let's make sure that we have those too. So once they have something to eat, what else might they need as he's going to feed his cattle? Probably have water. So to be prepared for that, does he have a place to put the water? And does he have a place to get water? A hose, water spigot, what does he have to be able to do that? Once he knows what all of the things are that he needs, he can go ahead and get those chores done in the morning. Get up early, make sure he feeds his 45 cows, 10 cows, 30 cows, and then he's ready to move on with the next task for his day. So I want you to think about some of the tasks that you have. So here's a few discussion questions that I have for you. What do you think might happen to people, to yourself, if you have a task to complete and you don't come prepared? What is going to happen? Talk about that with somebody there, or think about it to yourself, and think about what your answer would be. If you are not prepared for the task that you have to complete, what is going to happen? My next question is, why is it good to be prepared? At home, at work, your free time, personal things, why is it important to be prepared? And my last question is, what kind of preparation do you need to do in your head before you actually work on the task? What goes on in your head? What do you think about when you are getting ready to complete a task? When you are preparing to complete that task? What are you thinking about? So one thing that I want you to do, in thinking about how you prepare, a really good way to prepare. I know it's hard to sometimes think of a task or something that we do because we do so many tasks in a day. There's so many things that we do all the time that it's just kind of what you would say second nature to us. We're always doing them. We don't even really think that we are preparing when we actually are. So this is what I want to leave you with. And this is kind of my challenge and extension for you. I want you to think of a vacation that you would like to take. I want you to prepare for that vacation. List all of the ways that you would prepare for your trip. What would you pack? What would you need to buy? Who would you need to tell that you are going on this vacation? And how much money would you need to bring? Who would need to take care of things for you? Your pets, your family, your job, your responsibilities that you have. Who would need to take care of things? I want you to really think about that. And I want to see, and I can challenge you to have that prepared. So, again, think of a vacation that you would like to take. List all the things that you would need to prepare for. What you would need to pack, what you would need to buy, who you would need to tell, how much money you would need to bring, what would you budget for, and who would take care of your pets, your personal things, and your responsibilities. See what you can come up with, and I like to hear about it as we talk about things throughout the week. This week should be a fun week. The weather is beautiful. I hope you have a little chance to get outside and enjoy it. It's December, and we are still enjoying non-snow and great, beautiful weather. I hope to see you all this week and have a great week, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye.